Hello, I'm Manny Gonzales, and I'd like to welcome you to Speaking of Stress, my stress management workshop that I try to share some insights that may help you have a better life. Today I'm here at one of my favorite places, a secret place behind Purdue Northwest by the pond. I love this place. It's quiet, it's so natural, and it's cold this morning, so that we're talking about discipline. Discipline is kind of the opposite of laziness. Are you disciplined or are you lazy? Are you somewhere in the middle? Or are you on an extreme? This morning I was a little bit lazy. I was in bed and cold and looking out the window and seeing the snow and thinking, oh my God, I'm not getting up. But as I thought of this beautiful scenery, being natural, outdoors, so beautiful, I said, I gotta get out, because sooner or later this is gonna melt, or sooner or later it's going to get so cold I can't be out here. So welcome to my program. God bless you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And if you're not disciplined, I'm going to encourage you to get disciplined. And many times there's things you want to do that you don't do it because you think, oh my God, I don't feel like it. It won't make a difference. It doesn't mean anything. However, we cannot always follow our feelings. Don't live your life according to your feelings. In fact, the Bible, which again is really important, the love of God, His Word, His promises tell us, as you do what you're supposed to, you will have great benefits. Or if not, you pay horrible consequences. And you know what? Nowhere does it say, do you feel like doing it? It says, do it. Do it. In other words, love people. It doesn't ask, do you feel like loving people? I tell you what, a lot of people I don't feel like loving, especially when they put me down or give me that nasty look, especially if I'm not wearing a mask. You know what? It's so important to love people even though you may not feel like it. In fact, the Bible says, love your enemies. I've had plenty of enemies in my life, and some have slugged me, and I've not necessarily given the other cheek. However, we need to think, what is it that's important? Prioritize life. And if you make a list, if you even sit down this morning or this afternoon, write a list. What's important to you? What is it you want to do? Look at that list. Some people say it's called time management, but I say it's called life management. Manage your life so that you have discipline, so that you do what you should do. And you know what? Most of the time it works out so well. I remember years ago when I was single, before my beautiful wife came into the picture, I was alone, I was lonely, I was depressed. I was listening to radio, and they said, hey, we got a singles meeting up in Chicago somewhere. And I says, I'm so lonely, man, I don't know what to do. I should go there. I says, I'm not going, screw that, forget it. I kept fighting myself, and finally I says, hey, I'm gonna go. And I went to that meeting way up in Chicago. There were so many wonderful, friendly, outgoing Christian people. They gave me encouragement. They helped relieve that depression and anxiety. That was it, just being around people. Be around people. Risk, take a risk. Do things that you may not want to do, but that you know are going to work out in the long run. Just like being here, right? Again, I didn't want to be here. I'm thinking, oh my God. But I says, I need to be there because this is going to help you. This is going to encourage you. My program, 3 Keys to Survive a Mental Meltdown, is geared toward helping you have a better life. And you know what? That does mean discipline. Fighting that laziness. Lately, because of the winter and the cold and other things, I've been sitting around watching TV, oh my God. And you know what? To me, watching TV is the biggest waste of time, especially if you watch the news. Please stop watching that news, listening to politicians, and go out. Do things that are good for you. What about exercising? Oh yes, even in your house, walk around the house. Do knee bends. I won't do them, jumping jacks. How about push-ups? It doesn't matter, just walk around. Do something instead of just sitting there and being a couch potato. Because in the long run, it's gonna help you. I guarantee you, if you're depressed or anxious or a little bit restless, walk around the house, go around the block, call somebody, do a little journal, do something. But please don't just sit there like I do sometimes. There's a time to be disciplined. There's a time to be lazy. Some days I just feel miserable. I just lay there. That feels good. But that's only temporary. You gotta have a lifestyle that encourages you to get out, to do things, to be productive, to progress, to advance in life. Because being lazy, doing nothing doesn't help. In fact, one of the worst things about decision making is not making a decision. Do you know if there's something you're supposed to do? Buy a car, buy a house, whatever it is you want to do or need to do, it's real easy not to do it. But as you think about it, weigh the options and think about it, you need to maybe go ahead and do it once you evaluate and assess and determine if that's best for you. So doing things that are important, that are worthwhile, that's going to help you in life is good. Let's talk about schoolwork. When I was in college years ago, in my master's program, lots of homework, lots to do. And sometimes I waited till the last minute. As a consequence, I had to stay up all night. And thank God I got what I needed to do. I did the programs, I did the assignments, and I got very good grades because I was dedicated and determined and disciplined where I did it, and I knew if I waited till the last minute, I would get it done. And they say there's some people that wait till the last minute to do things, but they know how to do it. They can arrange it, their program to do it. There's other people that got to start way ahead of time. I won't talk about ladies that are going to do their hair before church. I'm not going to tell you that you got to get up early and do that. I'm not going to say that. I think I'm in trouble with my wife. But anyway, just keep in mind, discipline versus laziness. Start thinking and assessing your life to be more disciplined. Stop being lazy, because something you do is going to help you that needs to be done. And the laziness is a waste of time. You get old. We're all going in that direction. You die, and look at it. Look at people that died, and you can say, wow, look at all they did in their life. And there's other people that you say, oh my God. Like I just had a cousin in Puerto Rico, a wonderful guy, loved him so much. However, he just sat around on his couch. When I visited him, he was sitting there drinking beer, watching TV, and getting bigger and bigger. He just recently died. So there's not much we can say about his life. He had children, he had a family, but he's gone. And his life was totally wasted, a tragedy. And too many people are dying because they're sitting around, they're eating, they're inactive, they're obese, they got horrible habits. And if you're one of those, I challenge you, please, 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 right now, right this moment, think about Uncle Manny or Captain Manny, whatever you want to call me, and figure out what's best for you. Begin to take that step forward, not backward, because the journey of life is forward. You want to move ahead. Again, you want to progress, advance, and prosper in your life, especially when the good Lord tells us, I came that you might have a life that's abundant, an abundant life. But you know what? God can't do it all for you. You got to do your part. You got to do your part by taking that step. And you know what? It's based on faith. Believe and trust it's going to work out. Put your hands in the hands of the good Lord and say, Lord, I'm going to do my best. And work at it. Even if you get kicked back a little bit, bounce back and try again. Be a fighter. Be an overcomer. Nobody has made it in this life without setbacks, without horrible things that have happened that they've not overcome. So we are overcomers. We can do anything we want to do within reason if we have faith and we become disciplined. Forget that lazy attitude. Are you listening? It's kind of funny because I don't listen to too many people. Not too many people listen to me. So whether you listen to me or not, I won't know. However, I encourage you, think about it. Discipline is much better than laziness. Doing something is better than not doing something. Remember that one step ahead gets you closer to your goal versus living in the past. Remember, burn that bridge. Let the past go. If you've been lazy, stop being lazy. Let that go. God bless you so much. Glenn, I'm Manny Gonzales. I'm speaking of stress. My book is Burn Your Bridges, Don't Look Back. I'm starting to get cold. My battery's wearing out. So it's time to say adios, amigo. God bless you. Peace.